My piece, House of Bourbon, came with the idea of using Baroque music, and I had this album saved for the longest time, and I really wanted to use really all of the music, but obviously I had to pick my favorites. But they are really, really just fun and use original instruments from the Baroque era. So you hear the drums, you hear some tambourine action there, the harpsichord, some very original instruments from that era. So I really loved the music and I wanted to do something. And I didn't want to be literal by putting a Baroque piece on, because if you think about the style, we know Baroque from the architecture and we see the people from the Baroque era on paintings, but we don't know who they were because it happened so long ago. So that kind of sparked the idea of make something like a quirky piece about people in that era and what they were like, maybe, and were they really fun? Were they having fun with each other? Or were they only like you saw them on the paintings? So that was kind of the starting spark, and I tried to make something out of that idea. I think the title has some explaining to do, because it's not about alcohol. It's actually, I was reading about, the Baroque era. I was just trying to find a title. I always have a hard time with titles. And it was just one of those situations where I wanted to refer to Baroque, but I didn't want to use the word Baroque. So I was reading about a bunch of different things, and especially King Louis XIV, because he was a king in the Baroque era, but ballet also started during his time. So I found out that he was actually from the House of Bourbon, which is a dynasty that ran from the 1200s all the way to the 1800s. And I was like, oh, that's kind of fun, like House of Bourbon. And it just stayed with me. And I was looking at other options as well afterwards, but it was really House of Bourbon. I just really, really liked the name. And I thought it could be a good connection of reflecting on the fact that I wanted to show the people from the era and like what they were like. And it's very symbolic. Everything is very symbolic when it comes to me. I don't try to be very literal because I want to give the audience an option to see what they want to see and see something that I don't think about. So, with the costumes, I was trying to create a little bit of the Baroque with the ridiculously big skirts and the bodices for the women. But it can be anything. It can be anything that the audience sees. It was just my vision to have something like that. But, it's kind of up to what people want to think about it. It's not what I want it to look like. It's what people see. And that's the beauty of art, really. And that's what I wanted to do with this piece. My cast has been amazing. They have been so open to try anything I wanted. And, it's very quirky, it's very different. So I'm really grateful for them. And I really hope that everyone enjoys this piece.